this car. It is like just so insane.
Oh, no. You just hit some dude.
I didn't say anything.
Welcome back to the channel. Got a big fat stack of Benjis right here because we need to buy a car today. As you know, we're gonna be buying 100 cars this year, so we gotta buy like 2 cars every single week. We are going to Facebook Marketplace overload right now, and you know it'd be a whole lot of fun? I gotta buy and build a badass, daily drivable, awesome car. It could be any type of car for $3,000. So we could do a Mustang, we could do another Beamer, we could possibly do maybe like a C4 Corvette, maybe we could dip our toes in JDM, who knows, but we gotta get on Facebook Marketplace stat. And in case you haven't seen our other builds, recently I just bought a Dodge Magnum RT. I lit the tires on fire after fixing it up. We also bought a really cheap Mustang, cheaper than a PS5. Did the same exact thing, fixed it up, blew the tires to shreds. We finished the awesome cammed Camaro build, the awesome LS swapped and cammed Corvette build. Obviously, we got the LS swapped Jag build right here. We just did some new stuff to it recently. You'll see that soon. And of course, the Mercedes builds, the Beamer builds. We've done so much. And right now, I'm just in the mood for modding. I don't want to buy another car that's broken, sight unseen. I want to get a car that runs, and I want to modify it. And I'm sure you'd love to see that too. So let's get to it. Here's a contender, 2002 Mercedes-Benz S500. It's got a 5-liter V8. You could lower it really easily, slap some cool wheels on it. Cool little like luxury sedan build we could do. That's $2 grand, so $2 grand, it's safe to say you'll probably pick it up for at least 15, easy all day long. So that leaves us about 1,500 worth.
I just actually just sent a lowball for this red 325 CI. I asked him if it passed smog, and he said, oh, it passes smog. You can tell it passes smog if you put your nose and mouth around the exhaust and take a deep breath and hold it there for 5 minutes. So I don't think we're getting that car.
Yeah, some people are feisty on Facebook Marketplace.
This is a little bit out of our price range, but I found a really sick blue C5 Corvette, 7,500 bucks. It's a little much. Probably not gonna get it for $2 grand, but still a blue C5.
Send the low ball.
I'm gonna have a contender.
What would you find?
So this is a 2006 Chrysler 200C, but don't never mind all that. Listen,
there is no 200C.
Okay, well here you're missing the best part. It's got butterfly doors.
Oh man.
We could be driving around a red Chrysler 200C.
There is no 200C.
With butterfly doors, and the only issue is it doesn't run.
Crazy. Like some people are so delusional, like asking so much money for these cars.
He's asking $1,000 for this SC400 coupe. I'm gonna offer him 250 bucks.
The best deals are the sketchiest deals and the people who need cash badly.
It sounds bad when you say it like that, but that is how it works.
No, it's true. That's when you get the best deals.
Oh! He said, if you come tonight. I offered him 250 bucks. He said, if you come tonight.
Doesn't run?
Yeah, it doesn't run. But it says it's fine.
There you go. There's an example. Here, let me see the car.
Dude, if
the paint's like destroyed.
Yeah, but 250 bucks. I mean, that'd be $2,750 to play with to make this car cool. Shit, we could LS swap it for that much money.
Needs tow. Yeah.
So when I see a number like 3,900 bucks, in my head I go, that's a $500 car.
Ooh, look at this. A 190E for 2,500 bucks with like some body kit on it.
$3,000 El Camino with flames, guys. That would be pretty sick. He's asking $3 grand, which means you could probably pick it up for like $1,000 bucks.
Well, someone just messaged me. I said I could pick it up today, cash in hand, $1,300, and they said, you can take that $1,300 and shove it you know where.
You're gonna get blocked. He's probably gonna flag you.
Yeah, we got plenty of options, but
we're just gonna have to keep
anyways,
looking.
I've sent out about 15 offers. Lenny sent out a bunch, so I guess we'll update you when we find something. So we just put a new fuel pump in Lenny's LS swap Corvette. We're testing it right now, just driving it around the street. Anyways, we saw a car for sale, like super clapped out Mustang. I want to take a look at it, see how much they're asking. Yeah, what's this freaking? It looks like it's got like a Cobra body kit and like a bunch of just garbage all over it.
Here, I'm gonna get a U-turn right here. Once this guy moves.
This thing is like a clapped out special.
I gotta park, but this is the car.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no, I'm here right now. I'm looking at it. Yeah, no, that would be great. That would be awesome. So I just talked to the guy on the phone. He doesn't speak very good English. My car doesn't run. He said it's got all kinds of issues. So I haven't offered a price yet, but I'm gonna try to get for $2,000. I told him I got cash in hand. I told him I'll bring a tow truck. So talk to him a little bit about it, try to get the price down, and then, you know, tow it to the shop, and then, you know, we'll work from there. I've had a lot of Mustangs, and I've never owned the Cobra before, so I think like this should be my first Cobra. Like this clapped out like piece of crap right here. And I think we can make it cool. I mean, a lot of the garbage that's like stick-on stuff we can pull off.
It's a cool color.
It's a cool color.
Is it stick shift or automatic?
All the Cobras are stick shift. I mean, they're not worth that much, especially with it's got 200,000 miles. Okay, well, I did not expect this video to go this way, but that's okay because I'm now a Cobra owner. And for $2,200, I wanted $2,000. $2,200 is fine. What's a couple $100? That guy's happy, I'm happy. But hey, that's what happens when you got a tow truck and cash in hand. So by tow truck, I mean just me calling AAA, which I ran out of tows. So we got to figure something out there. Now, the good news is that this car technically was supposedly running, and then something happened and now it's not running. But it might just be like a battery or something. He said the battery was old, so it supposedly runs. So we got to get to that. But just the more you look at the car, the more you realize how clap this car is, other than all the BS trim all around it. Now, this car has a lot of baggage, and who would be better to rip it apart than my friend Lenny?
Looks like we really got a clapper on our hands. When we were driving past this thing, I saw it out of the corner of my eye and I sped up. I was trying to make sure Noah did not see this, but unfortunately he did. He wanted to check it out and I was like, like how bad could it be? Then we got closer up to it and I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I'm about to tear this car apart, but you gotta remember it is a real Cobra, and that kind of sold me on the whole thing. But it does have its fair share of problems. Okay, as you can see right here, there are a ton of problems in this frame, like too many to mention. I mean, the wheels, I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. This shit's crazy. Fake vents. This is literally the AutoZone special. And you thought the vents were bad? It's got this hideous, I can't even look at it, chrome trim. It needs to get ripped off like immediately. In case you were walking around this car and maybe you forgot what it was, we got badges absolutely everywhere to remind you. The body is actually pretty cool, like the bumpers, the actual Cobra kit is pretty badass. That's why when Noah was looking at this car, I could see the vision. Like, I think we could make this cool. And we walk another few feet, in case you forgot, it's a Cobra. As far as the interior goes, I actually kind of dig in this two-tone, like, peanut butter and chocolate interior. The seats, I mean, I could literally, look at this. I could literally put my hand inside the seat. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, you don't need to rip it.
That's fine. And if you look at the door sill, it actually says special vehicle team because this is a special Mustang for some special people. I mean, the guy that owned this was definitely a special person. And Noah had mentioned some overspray. This is an overspray. This wasn't taped off at all when they painted the car. That's not supposed to be color match. That's supposed to be black. Gotta say, I love the photo emblem here. If there's one badge to keep on this car, it's this one, because that's pretty sick. And now to check out probably the coolest thing in this entire car is the motor. There we go. The glorious 4.6 liter dual overhead cam monster of a Ford V8 engine. This is pretty much what makes this car worth it at all and very special. This backed by a manual transmission and an LSD makes this thing a hell of a car to drive.
So let's go through the car and see what we got. Oh, also, by the way, most of the time when we buy these like absolute clappers, they have some like random ass key that someone made. This actually has a Ford key with a little SVT keychain, so that's kind of cool. So inside the car, I actually really love having a red car with the tan interior, kind of like a Ferrari. This is far from that, but it's pretty cool. It's filthy inside. I mean, it's so dirty, it smells bad. So just to see what color this is supposed to be, the door sills have that laser red color. Yeah, you can see a line right here. The laser red is like, oh, it looks so good.
I think that would have made this car worth so much more.
It would have made it worth a lot more, but it's got this like single stage dull red color. There is a little bit of metallic in it. It needs a good buffing. So let's see what we got inside the trunk. What we got in here? Yeah, look how nice the paint is. That's what this color used to be. So nothing really back here. We got coolant, great. Yeah, GM coolant too. We got throttle body and air intake cleaner, great. Receipt for tie downs and a tarp. We got the spare tire. It's cool, the jack. Something right here. E6000 industrial strength contact adhesive. Great. We got one of these do not eat packets. Keep this away from Lenny. Oh, look at this. You can tell like all the drip marks from the paint job right there. It's a certified clapper, but there's not that much in the car that really describes much about the one of the previous owners.
Pure diaper shit brown interior. This is Pagani stuff, man. I mean, Mansouri.
Okay, it's been a few days. We took a little break because we got sidetracked working on some other projects, and we found some things on Facebook Marketplace that we had to buy for a different video. So we had to wrap it up that night. But we're back to working on the car. Here's where we're at. The battery doesn't work. And by not work, I put the key in, nothing. Now, I had charged it earlier and I was able to get the windows to go down, but now I can't even do anything. So you put it on, I'm trying to charge it, no battery charger will charge it. Even if you put a jumper on it, it won't jump. I'll probably try to bump start this car, but I doubt it. It's completely dead, no juice. So this car probably either just has a really junk battery or what's more likely has a nasty draw. So we go to the auto store, swap out a battery, get a new battery for it. Also, while we're at it, fix a lot of this jank right here. So, you know, don't ever overlook battery terminals. They can cause all kinds of problems. So while we're doing that, we'll fix that up, make it all clean. Okay, let's get this battery out.
Hey boys, what the fuck did you guys get now?
Clapped Cobra.
Oh, man. You know, my first car was one of these. Is it an actual Cobra or is it like a...
No, it's a real Cobra, yeah.
Very interesting placement on the badge here. Let me see. Oh
The
my.
first car was a 4.6 Cobra.
Yeah, bro. Where did you get this thing? Oh, it's got caster camber plates. Okay. Yeah, dude, so my first car was one of these. It was a 98 in the, well, I don't know if this looks like it's like resprayed, but it was like this kind of like deep, kind of like orange red, 3-stage pearl paint job. Yeah.
Was it clapped like this one?
No.
You chopped the muffler off right away?
Bro, I had long tubes, off-road X-pipe, had some mufflers with turn downs before the axle because I couldn't afford the entire kit to go all the way back. Put some 410 gears. 410s really wake these up.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I had a buddy, well, I had a girlfriend of mine, like a homegirl of mine, her boyfriend had one with a blower on it and he couldn't drive for shit, but I drove it and I was like actually pretty impressed by it. I mean, it probably only made like 550 horsepower, but this is like 20 something years ago.
So in the 90s, that's a lot of horsepower.
It was 2002.
Well, the car is the 90s car.
Yeah. How many miles are on this thing?
Like about 200.
It's barely broken in.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on.
It's a Ford.
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, I'm shocked that it's made it 200 without, you know, wrapping around a tree.
Yeah. I definitely crashed mine. So I was able to buy this car because I used, like when I was a kid, I found a huge stash of porn in this like old like building, right? And I started like selling like nudie magazines at school when I was like 10, 11, and then like made it a couple years and then got caught. But then my mom was like, holy shit, how'd you make all this money? And she took it and invested it for me, right?
You cut her in?
You invested porn money?
She was like, listen, she's like, I'm not mad at you, but you can't do this. So she's like, but I'm gonna take this money and then I'll invest it for you. And that's how I was able to buy my first car.
That's crazy.
Damn.
And then nobody wanted it. It couldn't sell. I don't know what was going on in 2001, but like this thing was like on a lot for like months. But yeah, so I was trying to show off for my buddy. It was raining, right? And I kind of like kicked it around and I was like, oh, I'm coming a little wide. I'm gonna hit this like, you know, concrete thing. And I corrected and then corrected a little motion. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna hit it again. And then like came back, but then I just tapped the corner lens on this car, which was an undercover cop. And yeah.
So Mustang activities, I hear.
Total Mustang shit, you know? Just absolute squid action. Dude, mine was the same interior, not all wrecked like this, but that's okay. Yeah, dude, it's got the ashtray and the cigarette lighter still. Oh, the best part is you could pop this off. Yeah, you could pull all that stuff out and you can like stash your stash underneath that. Does it start?
No, so right now the battery is dead.
Okay.
It supposedly starts. So I haven't heard it, but it's supposed to run.
Do you have a battery for it?
I'm about to go pick up a battery.
I was gonna say, I have a battery in my shop. We can throw an anti-gravity on this thing real quick and hear it start.
Yeah, we can do that.
You down?
Hey, you got some projects in here.
This is a 540, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Damn.
Solid roller 540. Yeah, we've done some burnouts.
At a later date.
We may have gotten the police helicopter called on us.
See if it makes some noise.
It's clearly it's got a aftermarket clutch line and
Yeah. It's making noises.
hey.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. Mint. Dude, I can't believe how good this actually runs. That's crazy. For $2,000, that was a steal. Like, that's obviously the most amount of money in this thing is probably the engine and trans. So like, that's crazy this thing works that good.
Well, I mean, I still gotta drive it. I gotta make sure it doesn't pop out of gear.
It's got a T45 in it. You can probably find a billion.
Yeah, first step complete. Yeah. Well, thanks for your help.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Thanks for helping us figure out it runs.
Hell yeah.
Let's go, dude. We're burning daylight. Okay.
Brand new battery here. So let's put it in. Okay.
Start this thing up. There you go.
So it's making the gauge is reading low for the charging. I don't know if it's broken.
For what?
The charging gauge, or the volt gauge, is reading kind of low.
I mean, we did just put a new battery in it. Only getting 12 volts at idle.
It's not charging. The guy didn't speak very good English, but he said that it was driving it and then it died, and then he said it was just the battery. I'm starting to think, okay, well, what caused the battery to die beyond belief? For a battery to just die, and that battery, I mean, wasn't that old. For a battery to just completely die, typically, if you just let it drain a lot, it could do that. Or if you have a bad alternator and you just keep draining the battery and you keep jumping it or you keep charging the battery, eventually you're gonna just kill that battery.
I mean, 3 volts on a battery is almost unstable.
Yeah, so it could be the alternator, but like it looks brand new. Unfortunately, these alternators are kind of expensive. So what we should do before I just go buy a new one is take it off and go get it tested. And at that point, we should know.
First things first, we gotta remove this serpentine belt. Okay, that one's unplugged. There we go. Okay. God, it only took me like 2 minutes. I wonder if this was a dud. Because look how clean it looks.
Might be.
It could just literally be a manufactured dud. All right, next stop, we take this to the alternator place.
Okay, are you guys ready to see some absolute clapperoni and cheese right now? We have an insanely beat Mustang, but that's our specialty here. So first thing off the bat is the overspray on the gas tank. We got overspray on the exhaust as well. You can see this terrible paint, like where they just kind of gave up right here. And it's, oh God, it looks so terrible. It looks like they just like poured a bucket of paint on it and it just dripped down. Oh, so bad. These tires have a lot of tread on them, but they're like super old, super cracked. They look like they're like 20 years old. The wheels are atrocious. Like, so just nasty and terrible, and like they're spray painted or something. Oh God, it looks so bad. Luckily, we're gonna be swapping those out very soon, so these brakes, pretty worn. It's got, for exhaust, it's got some Flowmasters. Nice little setup. I mean, the car sounds pretty good. What else do we got? We got a manual transmission. It felt like a short throw shifter. And yeah, that's what it looks like it has. Aluminum drive shaft. I don't know if that's stock on these Cobras or not.
Huge.
Oh my God, look at this tire right here. These front tires are destroyed. Look at that.
Looks like the San Andreas fault.
Yeah. Eyebox springs. We have some kind of shocks. I can't see what it says on it. Ooh, zip ties around them. That looks good. Yeah, shocks probably need to be replaced. Up here, we got some good scrapage all around the bumper. Oh, look at that overspray right there.
Oh, on the fog light?
Yeah.
Here, what about the other one? It's like one of those cartoon eyes, and that's the eyelid.
We buy these just absolute clappers, and it's like, I just love to know the story of these, because when these were brand new, someone with money bought this. I mean, these things were not cheap from the factory. This was like the best Mustang you could buy in 1996. You had people with money buying them, probably somewhat maintain them, and then somewhere down the line, they depreciate and they fall in the hands of you know, kids or people who just don't really care, and they abuse them. Like me, of course. At least I fix them. Like, I abuse them, but then I fix them and I maintain them.
Fix them's a strong word.
I maintain them. Yeah, overspray all over the radiator support. Absolute clapper. Now it's time for the unclappage. So, I'm using a plastic tool. Oh, look at that.
Dude, the paint's probably gonna come peeled up.
Boy, this stuff comes off pretty easily. Oh, look, and it's taking off the whole piece with it. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, it's peeling some of the paint. Oh, ripping these pieces off. The Vato zone vents. Great.
You just broke it.
Oh, nothing a little touch-up can't fix.
Touch up for this random paint that we don't know what it is.
Yeah, I know. So I pulled the badge off, got all the adhesive gone, took a little bit of time. I used a little bit of cut compound to help remove some of the adhesive. Probably not the right thing, but just doing that, I was able to see that this paint has a lot of saving like that we could do. I didn't use a machine or anything. I just used my hand and just rubbed it in, and that automatically starts looking better. So if we buff the whole car, it should look a lot better. By the way, we took the alternator to the alternator place and they tested it. It's not working. So he's gonna try to figure it out, whatever it takes to rebuild it. Should be around $100 to $150. Hopefully we're good. And then we can pop this baby back in and figure out what the next problem is. So I just removed this. These are the vents. You notice what's wrong with that? They oversprayed onto it. It just looks like crap. So you could, luckily, you could pop these right out. So we're just gonna pop that out. We're gonna spray paint this black real quick, put it back in. Should look a whole lot better. There we go. Now this is high-end restoration right here. This is why we get paid the big bucks. Okay, grills are dried. Now we're just gonna pop them in. Ooh, just like that. Like this.
That looks so much better.
So much better. That looks a lot better now. Little stuff like that really helps. Not up the value, but you know, makes it harder for you to notice all the overspray and all the crap. Now, these wheels are atrocious. The tires are not safe to drive on, and that's me saying it, which means it's really, really bad. and they look awful. I want something that looks more proper. So this morning, me and Lenny went on a little adventure. We picked up a set of wheels for 250 bucks, and we took our V8 Mopar mobile, which if you haven't seen that episode, you should check it out. It came out a few weeks ago. Picked up these wheels for 250 bucks. The tires are also not great on those ones, but they're better than this, and it'll help really change the look of this car, because wheels is like the most important thing when modding a car. You want good wheels. You can have an awesome car, you have crappy wheels on it, it doesn't look good. So let's change these out. Let me show you what we picked up. These are Cobra R wheels. Now, obviously they're used, and for 250 bucks used, these are most likely reps, but they look really similar to the stock Cobra R wheels. They're really not worth much, but I think they look great. And the tires on them, I mean, these are like decent tires. They're just, you know, a little bit worn, especially those rear ones. It's definitely a step forward for now, but especially, I'm not a huge fan of black wheels on any car. I like silver or machined or polished. So yeah, silver wheels I think will look really good on this car. We have a lot of wheels in the shop right now for all of our builds. By the way, if you guys want to pick up some awesome Backseat Boys merch, go to backseatboys.com. We got all kinds of cool designs coming out very soon. They won't have stains on them, I promise. That looks really fucking good.
Yeah, I love the silver way more than the black.
I'm just hoping that the fitment is good when we lower it. It sits well.
I mean, it's a much smaller wheel and tire.
It is much smaller. There's a lot of sidewall too. This would be a lot better if it was like an 18 or 19 and it's a 17, but hey, it's fine. It's
yeah.
For 250 bucks, it's fine. Oh, look at that. I love taking like an absolute, you know, clapped shit box and, you know, those little things that just make it look a whole lot different. And now like we got like a pretty cool car for not a lot of money. Like I would have killed for something like this when I was 16.
All right, guys, we just got back. We picked it up. He was able to fix it. Basically $100 bucks. And all he had to do was replace the voltage regulator. So let's reverse the steps, reinstall it, and I guess take it on its first joyride. Oh. Okay. I don't know what it is about Mustangs, man, but almost every Mustang I've ever encountered has janky battery terminals. There you go. Now it's nice and tight.
Hey, that looks pretty good to me. Now we have some brand new headlights and like turn signal lights. Just the lenses, it'll look a whole lot better. This one has overspray on it. It's all fogged up. I could, you know, clean this up, but the overspray is crap. And these things are like 50 bucks for the whole set. Dirt cheap. So we'll just pop these babies in. This one's for this side. But first we gotta get these ones out. There you go. That looks a whole lot better. Okay, first drive in my very own Cobra. Literally just pulled it out. I haven't gone more than like 5 miles per hour. Already just noticing the steering wheel is probably gonna be an issue, so I gotta keep both hands on it. Let's, here we go. Holy shit. Wow, that thing is awesome. I've always liked Cobras. I've always been a Mustang guy, and oh man, I'm so excited. Nice. Okay, 4th. There we go. We're 5th. Kind of lugging the engine, but yeah, I mean, it's shifting. So that's good news right there. Not only that, but this seat is like one of the most comfortable seats I've ever sat in. Who would have thought, you know, Mustang from 96, better than any other car, I've ever owned. I think what happened was it was probably reupholstered. It probably got like a Tijuana tuck and roll, and they just, you know, loaded it up with some really nice foam. Oh, it's so comfortable. It's better than like Beamers, honestly. Okay, the car's clean now and it looks amazing. I mean, what a transformation. Brand new headlights, awesome wheels. I threw some tire shine on the tires, made them look blacker. I didn't even notice the car had tinted windows, which looks great. The car's clean now, so it looks so good, but we're gonna take it a step further. A little bit of cut compound, we're gonna buff the whole car, and it should really get a lot of those swirl marks out, a lot of the issues with the paint, and really get that oxidized layer. Right now it's a little bit oxidized, and I believe it can look and shine a whole lot better after we buff it. So let's get to work. Clean, it's awesome, it looks great. I mean, it looks like you spent $7,500 and we spent, what are we at, like 2,700 right now, something like that. So we're under the $3,000 limit, so we can still go buy something. But either way, I'm super happy with how this car's come out. I'm like ecstatic. It is such a cool car. Stick shift, big old Cobra V8, you got red paint, you got the Cobra body kit, you got everything you'd want.
And I just noticed when you look over the hood, you see like the 3 bulges. You see the 2 scoops and then the middle bulge.
Yeah, it's got the big bulge. Everyone loves a big bulge.
I mean, it reminds me a lot of like an E90 M3 hood.
Kind of.
Except you have 2 little snorkels.
Yeah.
Overall, dude, I'm kind of in love with this car. I'm not a massive Mustang guy. I like Chevys. I'm more of a Chevy guy. But if I was gonna get myself into a Mustang, even if I spent a little bit more money and I got one that was a little nicer, for like 5 to 7 grand, I think this would be the car I'd get. I really like the interior. It's amazing.
The two-tone is awesome.
It's amazing to me how much difference the two-tone makes.
Yeah, just the brown is awesome.
Today we're gonna be bringing this $2,200 Cobra back to life. As you guys saw in the last video, we picked up this car. It was on the side of the road. It was an absolute clapper. Had this really terrible respray, had overspray all over the place. The headlights were all garbage. It had the stick-on AutoZone crap all over it. It had the worst wheels in the world. So we swapped out the wheels with some awesome Cobra R wheels. We pulled off all the crap. We buffed the car, got rid of a lot of the overspray, but we still have a lot to do. Now we picked up this car for $2,200. The guy wanted like around $4,500. So we were able to get him down a pretty significant amount, and we're still not gonna spend a whole lot of money. Most of the things that these cars need is manual labor. It's not a whole lot of money. Not a whole lot of parts, and even if you do have to replace parts, most of them, generally speaking, are fairly cheap, fairly inexpensive, and very easy to get. And there's tons of these cars in the junkyard. Now, in this video, we are going to really bring this car back to life and something that you'd want to daily drive. We got a lot of work to do. Let's get to it.
Now, in the journey to unclap this Cobra, one of the main things that we found absolutely everywhere is a ton of overspray. So there's a ton of overspray on the fog lights. We already did some in the last video where we painted the grills on the hood. They're painted black now, they look great. So there's a few other spots that have a ton of overspray. So I'm just gonna full and remove the fog lights. This one, look at this, dude. What even is that? Such a shitty tape job. I don't even understand how that happens. So I'm gonna fully remove them, and we're gonna basically just sand them down, polish it, and then clear them. Kind of like what we do to headlights. Boom. There we go. Look at that. Such an easy thing to tape something off and not do it. There we go. There's the other one. All right, let's sand this one and then we'll clear them at the same time. I'm just using the typical headlight clear coat in a pack. Got them both sanded down to 2000 grit, so we'll just take this. Look at that. They're not perfect, but a whole lot better. There we go. That's what I like to call restoration on a budget. All right, guys, moving on to the next item. This car desperately needs brakes. Now, it's an SVT Cobra. Now, this thing's already got a performance engine in it, but performance brakes are super important too. That's why we're gonna be using EBC rotors and pads, so this thing will stop on a dime. So, let's remove all the old junk, and we'll install the new stuff. Oh. Guys, as you can clearly see, these things are freaking cooked. There we go. There we go. Look at that. This is the correct way to put it on. There's two things you have to look at when putting on a rotor. There's the direction of the grooves and the directions of the vanes, if there are any. These are all straight up and down, but sometimes you get vanes and they're curved or they're angled. So you don't have to worry about that, but you want these to always face like backwards, because essentially as this turns clockwise, this is gonna get all the dust and hot air out. There you go, we're gonna be using the red stuff pads, which are gonna be like not for race use, but for like heavy street driving. Yeah, that goes like that. Okay. All right, rear is done. Let's move to the front. Alrighty. Damn, these are light, dude. Oh man, that is so mangled up there.
What's up?
How you doing?
I love walking into here. That's so mangled. What do you got?
The underside of the camber plate looks like someone just beat the shit out of it.
Oh yeah. That's not too bad. Look, sometimes you gotta clearance things.
It's fine, we're gonna ignore that.
Yeah, no problem. This looks nice.
EBC all the way around.
Okay, okay.
Only the best.
Damn, dog.
Only the best.
Dude, I don't know. That might be too nice for this thing.
Dude, you gotta have good brakes.
Yeah. Why is that? Yo, what is this?
What, you don't have dual shocks on your car?
Yo, is this like a fucking Marty McFly Toyota with like triple Ranchos on it? Like, what is this? I do not remember ever seeing this on my car.
It looks factory.
No, that was bolted in. No way. I mean, it's basically like a, you know, like a.
It's a stabilizer.
It's an anti. What the hell is that called? What happened here?
It's fine. It's just grease, dude.
That's great. Okay, I thought you epoxied that.
No.
I was like, dog.
No.
Dog.
This side also has it.
Okay. Well, damn. Yeah, I don't remember any of that, but you know, it has been like 25 years. So.
We're gonna replace our rear shocks because they're leaking.
Yo, this thing's got subframes? It's got, yo. You got subframe connectors on here. Nice and booger welded on too. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go.
I mean, it has everything except an independent rear that you'd want.
I mean, they didn't, you know, the 03 Cobras, 03 and 04 Cobras came with an independent rear. But like, you know, if you're going to be dumping clutch and sending it to the moon, do you want that solid axle? Does it have a posi in it?
Yeah.
I would assume. Yeah, okay. Say stock gearing too, or?
I don't know. What do you think?
Well, let's count. Here, we can gears right now. Is it in gear?
No, it should be in
this-
neutral.
This doesn't have a posi, dude. Turn that wheel.
It does have a posi. It just I am concerned why that thing isn't moving anymore.
All right, so give it a spin here.
You ready?
Yep. This is one. All right, keep going. Two. Wait, what just happened here? Wait, turn it the other way. Turn it forward.
Is it in gear?
No.
There, spin it forward. So that's one. Dude, that's two.
You did a full 360 on that?
Full 360, they only turned this thing twice. That is a crazy wide gear. I mean, honestly, that thing should have turned, I think like stock, they came with like a 330.
3 something.
Yeah, right?
So it's got
Had
like a
to.
2.
I think got 2.0 is what that seems like.
There's no way. It's actively scraping on the muffler.
Nice.
That's one revolution.
That's one, right?
There's literally less than 1. There's no way. You didn't make a full rotation. That was like 1.8, 1.9. There's no way this diff has 1.9.
It's in neutral, bro. Straight up.
There's no way someone took like what's stock? Probably like 350s, 356.
I think 355. I think it's.
There's no way someone took a 355 and put a 1.8 in it. Something's got to be off here.
The math ain't mathing, bro.
I'm sure someone in the comments will figure it out.
Sick. All right, then I'm gonna get back to work.
Okay, the only thing I can think of for why it's giving us some random gear is because this is like locked right now. Like it doesn't want to move, and it's getting these rear pieces on a little bit more difficult than it looks. And in the process of doing it, it's squeezed down really hard on the brake pad. But this sometimes is normal for it to lock up mid brakes. You know, we push that piston in all the way. So once we're done with all the brakes, I'll go in the car, hit the brakes a few times, start up the car, get it moving, and then at that point this should free up, and then hopefully we'll get a better reading. So we'll check up again on this later.
Okay, hurry up. Oh, what the helly?
Look, dude, you see it?
Yeah.
It's like this pad was glued in here. Ow. Pinched me.
Easy peasy, dude. There you go, natural. All right, this one's done.
Okay, all the brakes are done. They're all torqued down. They're good to go. And now it's time to move on to something even more important. These leaky ass shocks. Look at this. It's crazy. So these shocks are completely blown out. They're super worn. I don't even know, like the tire doesn't even reach that, and it would hit this before that. So I don't even know how that happens, but there's a dent right there. It's all banged up and they're leaking like crazy. And every time I park this car, there's a huge puddle underneath it. just from the shocks. Now, luckily, these rear shocks are like $20 a piece. So super cheap, super easy install. All you gotta do is get access into the trunk, and then it's just a bolt down here. Okay, we're gonna have to access that bolt right there. Okay, brand new one. What we're gonna do is jack it. Keep an eye and make sure that I'm putting it through the hole. Okay. I just finished one shock and I found this letter in the back from 2021 from Ford Performance Group. Dear 1996 Mustang Cobra owner, thank you for purchasing a 96 Mustang Cobra. Welcome to the Ford Performance family. We trust that you will enjoy many years of driving in this vehicle, which is designed specifically for the enthusiast. In recognition of your SVT Cobra's exclusivity, the enclosed certificate documents the car's vehicle identification number, blah, blah, blah. A bunch of cool stuff, but pretty interesting because by 2021, the owner most likely, unless in 2021 that was the original owner, but it's just kind of cool that Ford takes the time and sends this letter out to the owner and says, hey, car you have isn't just a normal Mustang like the billions of ones that are out there. Like, this is the Mustang to get. The Cobra is the Mustang for the enthusiast. So for me, someone who's owned a lot of Mustangs, this is my first Cobra. Like, there's something special about it. Yeah, I bought this pile of junk for $2,000, but in reality, I mean, you don't need to spend a lot of money. $2,000 smoking deal all day long. I love this car. I think it's super cool and pretty interesting. So this will go in the documents. I like to, anytime I have a car, I always create a little binder, and any kind of document receipt I put it in. I know realistically I'm not gonna own every car I have forever, so I like to hand it off to the next person, let them have documents, just like how I like on the cars that I currently have to have documentation from the previous owners.
I mean, to buy a car for $2,000 and have documents is insane.
Yeah, I know.
That's usually like a...
I mean, not documents, document. That's like, all wet, but... but hey, it's better than nothing. Okay, we're just gonna remove this shock.
There we go.
Are done.
All right, guys, the fog lights have cured. They've dried. They're not wet anymore. They look amazing. They look a lot better than having a big red paint mark on it. So let's plop these back in. It's just the 2 bolts. All right, on to the next.
Okay, next up for the build is tackling the exhaust. Now, it already has a really good exhaust system that sounds really good, but these tips have a ton of overspray on them. And at first I was thinking, oh, we could, wipe it and clean it, but I'm not a huge fan of these tips. I don't like how big the tip is, and it's just kind of jank. Right here, it's hitting the tire. So we're gonna chop this off and we're gonna build the new custom tips. And I'm gonna show you how you don't need to go spend $100, at the tip store getting your, exhaust tips. You could take normal pipe, cut it, and make it look really good. And I think more of that raw finish would look better for this car anyways.
Time for the Sawzall. There you go. Look how rusty and red that is. Now that the old stuff's cut off, time to cut the new stuff. So we're just gonna be using a piece of this 304 stainless. by doing this, I already have a matched angle right here. So I just need to cut the same length.
So Lenny built us a beautiful tip right here. So the little angle piece, throw that on. This will go right here. And that looks so much better, the raw finish. We could brush it, make it look a little bit different, but I know it's a lot smaller than the other tip, but remember guys, it's not the size of the tip, it's the motion in the ocean. So I think this will actually sound pretty good. It'll look good. It's so much cleaner too, no overspray. So yeah, okay, now we're gonna have to weld this up. I gotta add a hanger to this thing, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, both of them are good. They're welded up. They're honestly pretty cool, and nothing's better than making a custom tip yourself. The only thing is we got some Sharpie marks from when we were measuring things and a lot of scratches and scrapes from it rolling on the ground. Just grab some Scotch-Brite, just go to town. Something's coming out of it. Look at that. That looks so much better. It looks a whole lot better. The tips are a whole lot smaller. No one wants those big ass truck, 4 or 5 inch tips on it anyways. This looks better, cleaner too. This car is in dire need of some fresh oil, so we're gonna take care of that. I'm honestly a little scared to see how the oil looks. Black as can be. It's gonna love this. And this oil filter placement is terrible. Look at where the oil filter is. Like, how the fuck am I gonna remove that without making a mess everywhere? When it comes to removing really tough oil filters, there's a classic method called the grab a screwdriver and a hammer and just bang that shit in there method. Okay, now I got a lever. Look at that. We want to make sure this is underneath it. It's a very messy method, but if it works, it works. A few holes later, and I was able to get just enough to spin this by hand. Look at that. It is what it is. It's just gonna drip oil everywhere. I'm just going to clean it all up. So, installation new one, same thing. Puncture the holes in it and then, tighten it. Put a little bit of oil around the seal. That way it's not such a bitch to remove for the next guy. No, the real way is you just tighten it by hand. No tools when tightening these. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a good snug and that's it. Not gonna come off, but
All right.
and now all this has to be cleaned. This calls for a whole lot of brake clean. Just go.
Ooh, I feel good. Whoa, that woke me up. Oh man. You feel that? Don't light a match.
Oh, what the hell? The oil's actually green? Okay, I know you guys are gonna say, oh my God, you're putting coolant. Trust me, it's oil. I know it's green oil. But basically, this is some really high quality liquid moly oil, and you know, it says Ford on it, Ford, Chrysler. This is kind of some of the stuff they make for like the non-Beamers, and it's like a full synthetic, like really nice blend with all the, you know, oil specs that make all the oil nerds go crazy for it. Yeah, no, this is some nice stuff. And you know, when you have like basically a race motor for the street, you want to make sure that, you know, you're putting high quality oil in this thing. If you're gonna, you know, granny drive it, you could put whatever oil in. But when you're like me and you're crazy nut job and you're gonna, you know, rev it out, you want to make sure that, you know, you have fresh, clean oil and you know, the highest quality oil that you could get. It's crazy. It's green. This is my first time using this oil too. That's crazy that it's green. Oil is in car. Green oil is in the car. On to the next. Now, in the last episode, we picked up the awesome Cobra R wheels, but it needed something else. It needed a spacer. Just pushing that wheel out a little bit is going to completely transform the way this car looks. So we have a set of universal spacers. These are not like the best ones you could get, but these are the ones we have laying around. They're super dirt cheap. They fit 4-lug, 5-lug, you know, 6-lug, whatever the hell you have. This is like one of those universal kits. Just enough to help push the wheel out a little bit. It's just a 10 mil spacer. That looks so much better. It's up and lined up. Could go more, totally, but we didn't have enough threads to go a bigger spacer, so we'll have to just do with that. But yeah, it's coming out pretty good. Now the arrow's pointing this way, which means that this tire is supposed to be on the other side and it's not facing the right way, but that only applies when you got tread. When you got homemade slicks like this, it really doesn't matter. Okay, next mod is a really easy and cool one. So this bumper's missing something. There's so much red. Now, some people like to make the Cobra part black. I don't like that. It's too ricey, in my opinion. I like when this part is black right here. It'll help give this more of a sharp angle, especially with the brand new exhaust. It's almost like there's a diffuser. So all we gotta do is plasti dip it. So first thing I'm gonna do is tape it off. I already cleaned it. Okay, so the goal is to do heavy enough where you don't have drips, but heavy enough where you could do one solo coat. That way you can peel it while it's wet. So like if this was like a nicer part of the car that you actually see, I would want to really take my time and just do multiple coats. That way the finish comes off really good. But because this is the very bottom of the back bumper, it's like, who cares? Just do one heavy coat. You don't want drip marks. Luckily, I didn't get any drip marks. There you go. Little things like that make a whole big difference. We got the new tips. They're all clean, shiny, much smaller. Okay, the next thing is actually a mod. It's a really cool mod, especially for these Mustangs. It's gonna bring this old-ass crusty Mustang into the modern age. Now, we got a nice set of taillights right here. They're not terrible. And no, don't worry, I'm not gonna swap them out to some, you know, terrible, tacky, like, ricey, you know, taillights. We're gonna keep the good ones. But it would be cool if they're sequential. Now, you could do it really cheap. It's about like less than $100 for these things. You just buy them like on eBay. And they're really nice and they're really easy to install. It's plug and play. So first thing I got to do is just remove the whole taillight, and then you just plug this in, and you got sequential taillights, meaning, you know, turn on the turn signal and they move outwards. Just look really cool. This is our crusty old harness, and we're simply going to just replace it. Just remove this. Okay, that's the old harness. We could keep this, stash it, and then now we got to put the new harness in. Now we got to put the bulbs in these. Okay, all the bulbs are in. I'm just gonna throw one nut on it just to hold it in place, and we're gonna plug it in and test it. Okay, so that's the one I haven't touched yet. That's how it looks. See how it's only these two lights? There we go. Super easy install, like ridiculously easy. Anyone could do it. And that looks so much better. Go rip this thing up.
When we started this band, I was needed was a laugh. Years gone by, I say we've kicked some ass. When I made rage, you hit the stage.
Car is a whole lot cooler than when we first picked it up. We're in it dirt cheap, and it's not clapped anymore. And to be honest, this is a solid daily driver Mustang right here.
But we unclapped majority of it.
It's I would say it's no longer in the clap rating. It's worn.
Now it's beat.
You know, it's a 30-year-old car. You know, it's not brand new. You know, there's some rips in the seat. The paint doesn't look the greatest, but generally speaking,
It runs and
this is
drives.
what you want out of like a cool performance beater.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to worry about parking it and getting door dings. You kind of just beat on it, drive it, do your donuts, do what you want, take it out to the track, have some fun, rip
Yeah.
it down. Maintenance, a lot of maintenance is now taken care of. You know, there's some other things you could do if you're really anal about, you know, you want your car to be pristine, but in general, I think we're pretty good. I think for the most part, we got the lights inside work.
At the end of the day, this body is super straight, and like the motor runs, it's all there. If someone really wanted to take this to the next level, like they very well could. If you resprayed this car and you fix the tear in the seat, and you do like a little bit of like upgrading in the engine, like this thing could be pristine.
Yeah, it's still gonna have the high miles, but you totally could go get like an actual decent paint job, and it'll look even greater. But
Yeah.
even as is, I like it as is. Like, totally don't need to. You know, great driver quality paint.
Yeah.
You know, headliner, no issues at all. The seats are so comfy. I love these seats. These are like some of the best seats I've ever sat
So
in.
they're very comfortable. Oh. Yeah, dude, this thing goes.
Yeah, it's not, you know, 600 horsepower, but it's got enough power. And then the rear end gear thingy, I think what was happening was that we just put the brakes on. It needed to be driven. They were kind of locking up one of the wheels. So when we turned, and then of course you had the drive shaft hitting the exhaust.
Yeah, there's a lot of resistance.
There was a lot of resistance, and the drive shaft only hits the exhaust when it's on the lift and the wheels are at, you know, it's down all the way. Doesn't happen when we're driving.
So we were turning the wheel, and the other wheel wasn't turning, and this definitely doesn't have it open yet.
No, this has a LSD. We had it on the lift, and then we checked earlier at a different time. So because only one wheel was spinning. Yeah. The drive shaft wasn't. The whole differential wasn't moving, so that's why. So you could basically cut it in half. So we were getting about like just under 2. So you times that by 2, probably have something close to like a 373 gear ratio. But we could check the door tag, and it'll tell you what it came from the factory stock. And
Yeah.
I doubt it's been changed. If it's been changed, they went up to 410 gears, if anything.
Yeah, which that's the only thing that makes sense to me. Let know down in the comments if you're a big diff nut and maybe you've had this problem before. But be careful for homeless people. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Man, this thing spins fast. Whoa. Oh man, dude, I got kind of dizzy.
Damn, dude.
Holy shit.
This thing might have 410 gears in it. The way it just rips, and then the way
the best part is usually in a Mustang, when you start doing like donuts and you're just ripping it, swinging it around corners, typically you lose control. That's how Mustangs usually are. Damn. This car, you've regained that control so fast. And I don't know if that's a Cobra thing or the way the car's set up, but damn, this car handles really well.
This thing's fun.
As soon as you lose control, it's really easy to regain the control, which is not a Mustang thing. So
I can't even imagine if you'd gotten a later.
God, everyone needs one of these cars. This is so cool.
100%. And what's crazy is if you'd gotten an SN95, the later one, this would have came with an independent rear, I think, right?
So the Terminators came with an independent rear.
Could you imagine? That's the one thing I think if I had to say there's something missing from this car, it's that. But like you don't even really notice it. And a supercharger. You don't really notice it, but like an independent rear would make just that next level.
Yeah, totally don't need it, but it would be cool. Which, speaking of, it's one of our goals. We got to get a Terminator on the channel.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is a super sick car, and you could pick these up dirt cheap. I went on Facebook Marketplace, did a quick search. You could find all kinds of Cobras. And remember, whatever someone's asking, sometimes they'll take a whole lot less. Most of the time they'll take less, but sometimes they'll take a whole lot less. It's just a matter of showing up in person, waving some cash in front of their face. You know, obviously be respectful in the process. I'm an advocate for respectful lowballs. This car has a lot of potential still. You could go supercharger, you could go turbos, you could do anything you want. Mustangs are great. We've done a lot of Mustangs on this channel. I'm a Mustang guy. I love them. But let me know in the comments down below, what do you want to see out of this car next? Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe. Turn on the bell notification. Go check out the Backseat Boys merch at backseatboys.com. And we will see you in the next video.